What's up YouTube? I'm Mike and today I'm back with a very quick video, I promise this time, just to explain what you may have already noticed, which is that my channel name has changed to Trinemy Number One. The reason for this, it may change again. I haven't decided yet. I had to do it rather quickly. As I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I'm now coming out of retirement and I'm going back into I'm searching for a job again. And a lot's changed in the last 20 years since I had to find a job, and hiring managers definitely look at social media when they're making their decisions about who they want to hire or not. And I actually got a really good potential job on the line right now. So I changed the channel name because if you type in my first and last name into like Google search, it will take you straight to this YouTube channel. The particular industry I'm in may or may not really care. I don't know why anybody would care. Like I've had this channel around for a long time and it never stopped me from being successful in my business. But you just never know how a potential hiring manager is going to feel when you don't have a history with their company and they see you talking about crazy stuff online. So in hopes of trying to sanitize my professional presence online, I decided to change the name of my channel. So that's why you're seeing Trinemy Number One. The other reason is because my wife was running her own YouTube channel for a little while because people were interested in hearing about her experiences with her various cycles, what it's like living with me. Just she has a lot of perspective of her own to share on a lot of these topics. And so we started her own channel, and it was actually growing pretty decently, but it's not like growing fast enough to be monetizable. And it's kind of like a lot of the people who were watching her channel were basically coming from my channel anyway. And so what we've been talking about doing is having her just creating a separate playlist on my channel so that you guys can get all the content in one place, because it will really be easier. So like, let's say, we're talking about, the same topic and I have one view and she has another view, and you can kind of see both sides of our marriage in just one place. It's way more cohesive. It's a lot easier than having to follow two different channels and getting two different updates. And then if she develops enough of her own following where she can, have a bunch of people subscribe to her own channel, then cool, in the future we'll branch them off. So, maybe she'll be Miss Trinemy. I don't know. But hopefully I'm going to get her to sit down in front of this camera. She's not like as naturally long-winded, I think, as I am. Or like my wife is like really good in person, and she could sit and have a conversation with anyone just at the drop of a dime. She's a total social butterfly. She's very outgoing, whereas I'm much more reserved. I actually don't like socializing at all. But when I sit down and look at this camera, like if you ever notice that sometimes I'm not looking at the camera, it's because I can see myself, obviously, in my viewfinder. And so a lot of times I just feel like I'm sitting here talking to myself. That's why I can be so brutally honest and transparent. Because half the time it doesn't even feel like I'm talking to other people. It just feels like I'm just like letting my internal monologue play out, and it's cathartic and therapeutic. And then I think she sits down to try to make a video and she kind of gets nervous because it's like she's trying to like do something like the right way, and there really isn't a right way. It just takes time to get comfortable, talking to yourself, knowing that other people are going to see it. And I think that that's what translates. I think that's what you guys seem to like. What translates is that I don't try to like craft some bullshit existence for y'all. Like it's just totally raw and unfiltered. Just like whatever comes in my head, I just spit it out. And so I'm trying to get her to that same place where she could just sit down and not like instantly see an audience of, thousands of people. She just sees a camera lens and just goes. And so hopefully she will start making some of her own content, but it'll just be a lot easier if it's all on one channel. So that's why I changed. Those are the reasons that I changed the channel name. Also, while I'm talking about changes to my channel, I guess maybe possibly some amount of apology is in order. I've been pretty hard on some of you guys in the comments section, and I'm sure most of you know why. This cycle is in full swing, and Trend has that ability to make you, it just puts you like full cocked at all times. And it really plays mind games with you. So like one of the guys that's always like really positive on my channel said something about my diet the other day. And I mean, he literally said it like with a laughing, like a lol or something on there. And I just like fired on the dude. Because I read comments and it's almost like before I even read the comment, because like the trend is flowing so hard in my system, I just automatically assume it's going to be negative. And so I've been doing really good around my house with my family, not letting the trend have any negative effects on me. And I think it's like all spilling out on you guys. It's like all bottled up and shit. And so the second I start looking at a comment, I'm just like, I wish a motherfucker would hate on me right now so I could rip their head off, And that's what's been happening, I think. So I think I have attacked some people possibly in the comments or in my response videos, and they were just like fucking with me. They were just trying to give me a fucking hard time, and I just couldn't see through it because how trend makes you feel like the whole world's out to get you? You know what I mean? It's like everybody you see, you're like second guessing, like you think they're like plotting against you, or like if somebody cuts you off in traffic, you immediately assume that their expressed intent, purpose was to just destroy your day. And that's what you have. That's what I'm trying to learn to get a grip on. I'm trying to learn to be able to use this compound for bodybuilding purposes without it driving me to that extreme. And I think I have not been doing a good job on that. So if I've ripped one of you guys who's not being a troll, then I apologize. But there are, despite my paranoias, there are definitively some total asshats in the audience that seem to just have no motivation in life other than to just belittle other people and just try to like hate and second guess everything. And the one thing I do get really triggered by, even when it's like an otherwise fan of the channel, is when somebody tells me I'm wrong about something and then offers no evidence. Oh my God, dude, I just want to melt down every time. It's like, shut the fuck up. Why would you say, well, actually, Mike, I think that the Trenbolone is neurotoxic. Okay, well, good. If you think that, then prove it. Yeah, but see, you don't want to do that. You just want to parrot what somebody else said. You don't want to actually do all of this extensive research that you're going to have to do to prove this, because that's the problem with Tren. Is there's like next to no scientific data on this. I may make a video on Trenbolone fish that are on Trenbolone. This actually happens in the natural environment. It's pretty funny to read about. So that there may be a Tren fish video coming up. But when you try to research what exactly Tren does in the body, like I was reading the other day, trying to find out how much Trenbolone activates the dopamine receptor. And it's like, dude, it's an impossible battle, because very rarely is the hormone being studied in any of these. It's very rarely Tren. It's almost always test or something that it's at least some point was illegal in America, and that's how they could research it, because they can legally get their hands on it. And so every time somebody tries to make a comment about what they think Tren does or doesn't do, there's almost a 0% chance that it's going to come with any kind of proof at all. And so it's just like, why do you make these comments when you don't know what you're talking about? Okay, I've actually run this compound a lot. I've used it in tons of different ways. I've guinea pigged my body to the extreme. I've done blood work. I track I'm so sensitive to any equivocation in my body. So I try to track these things and report for you guys, and there's always somebody who's like, well, I don't think you know what you're talking about. And then it's like, fine, make a response video and prove your point rather than just taking a pot shot at me in the comments section. And so generally speaking, the trolls are always hiding behind some avatar, some stupid, it's never like, hey, I'm Mike, like it's never their face, their full name, because they're cowards, like, right? Like that's what a troll is. When I troll, and I do troll on various social media platforms, I troll as myself because I have the balls to do it, because I don't think anybody's gonna, it's like, come on, fucking let's go. So if you're gonna troll me under some pseudonym with an avatar, I'm just gonna absolutely ignore you. And so if you see some guy hating on me in the comments and me not responding, it's not because I don't want to defend myself. I do, trust me. It's that I'm not going to waste my time defending myself against people who basically don't exist. If you don't have the balls to put your name and your face out there, then I'm not responding to you. And furthermore, to prove that it's you, if you want to hate on me and you think I'm wrong and you have all again, I just keep bringing this guy up and I know it makes him so excited every time I mention him. He's probably gonna be one of the first people to watch this video, ACCC, because I think he doesn't do anything in life at all except sit and hold his phone in his hand, and he just stares at it. He just stares at it, waiting for that notification sound to tell him that I've produced a new YouTube video, so he can immediately watch it and then come up with all kinds of ways to hate on it. This is clearly what this guy does. And so he's probably gonna be the first person watching this video. And if you are, I'm not talking to you. Why don't you fucking make a video and tell me with your real face on it all the reasons you don't like me? I guarantee you won't do it. Because you're a bitch. Yeah, you're a bitch. So, there you have it. The reason that my channel name changed is because I don't necessarily want future employers to hear me calling people out on YouTube, because I think that they're not going to be able to separate that this is a character that I'm playing, basically, and that I'm not going to attack our customers. I've actually had a very successful sales career, and I've never one time actually fired on anybody professionally. I save all of that for you guys on YouTube. But, sometimes you just don't get that second chance to really prove yourself. I have a insanely good resume, but, people are like, I don't know, man. I don't want to take a risk. And so that's the reason for the channel name change, and hopefully my wife will get on here and make some videos. If she does, show her some love, and there you have it. If you want to hate, man, you can do it. But I want to see some real haters. You know what I mean? I want to see some smart haters, because there should be some of them. I never professed to have the monopoly on things. I've never said that I'm 100% right about anything. But what's interesting is all of the claims that I've made on this channel about Tren Bologna not being hepatotoxic, about the fact that it doesn't matter what kind of carbs you eat, you can literally eat table sugar all day long, it doesn't matter. I've talked about drinking 2 liters of soda a day. I've talked about how protein is protein. It doesn't matter whether it's grass-fed bison or if it's the shittiest, most malnutritioned chicken you've ever seen in life. I've made a lot of claims on this channel that fly in the face of common wisdom, and I have gotten 0 response videos from anyone in the bodybuilding community proving me wrong. So I guess I am a fucking genius, because I don't know why people continue to say bullshit that they can't prove, but I would love nothing more than to get into a rap battle. You know what I mean? Are there any intelligent people out there who want to take a counter position, make a video response to my video, and then I'll make a video response to your video, and then we'll both grow together? If I could just get Derek or Greg Doucette to make a video and mention my name and tell the whole world they think I'm a complete loser, that alone would blow my channel up. You know what I mean? That's the thing. I feel like I'm becoming the Howard Stern of the bodybuilding community, because of people like ACCC. If you've ever seen the Howard Stern movie Private Parts, there's a great scene in that movie where the executives are wanting to take him off the air because he's acting like me. He's acting like a lunatic. And they report, and they've got this report in their hand, and they're like, how long does the average Stern fan listen to him? And it was 30 minutes. And she's like, okay, well, how long does the average Stern hater listen? And Pig Vomit, which is the executive, he calls him Pig Vomit, he's like, that's the thing. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. The average Stern hater listens for an hour and a half a day. So the people who hated Howard Stern listened to his show 3 times as long as the people who loved him. And that's what's starting to happen on my channel, which is why I actually inside get really excited when I see haters in the fucking comments. Like, I'm still gonna attack you. But like, when you take, for example, ACCC, when you really think about it, this guy is one of the best viewers I have on my channel because he watches every single video. He clearly watches them from start to finish because sometimes he'll comment on multiple things that I said throughout the video. And then he comments on every video just about, which drives the algorithm. So on the one hand, you've got this guy who's literally in the comment section saying that I'm the biggest low-life piece of shit on earth. He hates on me to extreme degrees in the comment section. But he watches and comments on everything I produce. And so it's like, in the YouTube world, really the best thing that you can hope for is to be hated. Because haters will spend more time consuming your content than your fans do. So maybe you've noticed that I go out of my way to figure out a way to piss everybody off with something that I've said. So I attack Christians, Muslims, straights, gays. Like I'm always coming after somebody because there's actually a method to the madness. Like I said, losing subscribers is not the worst thing that can happen to you. If you look at my analytics right now, it's like subscribers are going in the toilet, revenue is going through the roof. So the more you piss people off and they click unsubscribe, for some reason the more they actually watch and the more actual revenue your channel makes. It's this bizarre social experiment that gets played out every day in various platforms all over the country. I was on X the other day and this woman was complaining. I think her name is Fearless Patriot on X, Twitter. And it was she wrote this nauseating fucking X post. And she was like, oh my God, like I posted this selfie the other day and like I noticed that people are bookmarking it. And it was just like, it was just so creepy. And I was like, first of all, bitch, you're not even remotely attractive. She's okay in the face, but her body's terrible. And so it's always funny to me when some fat chick like is all like haughty, like, oh my God, guys are hitting on me. I feel like saying you should be lucky anybody wants to talk to you. Like you should be thankful for every bookmark that you get. And so I responded to her and I was like, well, congratulations. Now you've warned people that you're gonna like kick them for bookmarking your stupid selfie picture. So instead of bookmarking it, which you can actually track, they're just gonna screenshot it and now you're not gonna know. So you did nothing to get rid of the creepers, which are not even, I don't know why that's creepy. I go on fucking Instagram, my bookmarks are 10 miles long. It's like half the reason to use Instagram. So I don't know why you would be so disgusting as to be irritated that somebody liked your picture enough that they wanted to look at it again. Why does that make you a creep? I don't understand that. But, that's what she said. And so I told her, I was like, well, congratulations. Now you're not going to know where the creeps are at all because they're just going to screenshot it in private and do whatever they want to with it. And she fucking blocked me. She said that was a condescending tweet and she blocked me. So, oh my God, last night I couldn't sleep at all because Fearless Patriot blocked me. I just fucking was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? This woman with 4,000 followers on X won't let me read her fucking banal, disgusting victimhood tweets anymore. Oh no. The only reason I even followed her is because I mass followed a bunch of MAGA accounts. And so, and that's one of the things I got to admit, dude, some of these MAGA accounts are fucking nauseating. They're just as bad as the libtards a lot. And so this, I must be talking too long. My lights went out. Anyway, I said this was going to be short, and it's not short because it's so easy for me to sit in this very comfortable environment and just talk to this camera forever. So I will shut up. If Fearless Patriot happens to see this, Hi, you didn't get rid of me. Now I'm gonna shit talk you on YouTube because you were a child. Why would you block somebody? Like, so what if you disagree with my statement? The funny thing is, like, she responded to me, and I didn't even get to read her whole. Like, she like tried to rip me. The only thing I saw was like the little notification that popped up that she felt like whatever I said was condescending. But when I went to actually look at her whole tweet, of course I could no longer see it because I've been blocked. So it's like she tried to criticize me. She tried to like dunk on me, and she failed the dunk completely because she totally missed the goal, because whatever she said never even made it into my brain. So I can't even be hurt or offended by whatever she said because I only got to see like 2 lines of it because she blocked me. Like, it makes way more sense if you just respond to somebody and you rip them a new one and you humiliate them in public fashion, and then you don't block them so that they can be humiliated. And so I don't even know what she said. Maybe somebody who watches my channel will find, actually I think she deleted the whole tweet because it was disgusting. Like, oh my God. Someone bookmarked. There's like all these other girls going, I know, girl, it's so creepy when they do that. I'm just like, why don't y'all stay at home? You should never go outside. And you know the funny thing about this is, see, now I'm on a rant. The funny thing about this is, the girls who do this are the most desperate women in the world. So like this Fearless, I'm pretty sure I'm probably like saying it's Fearless Patriot, and I'm confused her with somebody else. I'm pretty sure it's Fearless Patriot. They will post a selfie in like a tight shirt with their tits all pushed up so their cleavage is showing, and they got their little makeup on, and maybe they're like out at a bar with a cocktail, and they'll like, boom, hit the selfie. It's like, why did you post that except to get attention from men? Girls don't give a shit about looking at your cleavage and your cocktail with your little makeup and your little outfit. So obviously you posted the picture because you're a fucking desperate single loser hoping to find love on X of all places. Like, really? And then people actually liked your disgusting selfie, and then you hate on them for liking it? What kind of Me Too victim move is this? Like, I don't know. This is exactly the woman who later on will... See, I can't even say what I want to say. You know what I want to say, though. This is the kind of woman who will go on a date with a man and who will do something consensual and then 10 years later call it something that it wasn't. This is that kind of woman. And so I responded and I was like, let this be a lesson to all you guys. Never try to help a woman who's playing the victim. She doesn't want help. She wants to continue to play the victim. There you have it, guys. I'm going to end on that note. Hopefully you'll stick around and see some content from my wife. Hopefully my channel name won't change every other week. And hopefully I will get a job so that I can continue coming to you from my house that is quite cozy instead of like my car out in front of 24 Planet Fitness. Have you noticed that? Like, every Planet Fitness is turning into like a homeless shelter. I think they figured out like you can get a $10 Planet Fitness membership, and then you can sleep in your car out front because it's a 24-hour building, so nobody knows like if the car's an employee car or whatever. And then you can go and shower. So like the homeless people are taking over the Planet Fitness where I live, and so they're always like sleeping in their car and using the shower and only having to pay $10 a month, which I guess when you think about it, it's pretty smart. But yeah, it scares my wife. She's like, "Did you lock the car? Did you lock the car?" I'm like, yes, baby, the car's locked, and we don't have anything in the car anyway. So worst case scenario, a homeless guy's gonna crawl in there and go to sleep, and I'm gonna fucking drag his ass out on the concrete when we get back out by his filthy dreadlocks and beat the shit out of him. That's the worst thing that's gonna happen, so just calm down. Anyway, there you have it. As always, thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.